What happens when one of the biggest names in the music industry is accused of running a secret criminal empire for over 15 years? Could the truth behind the glamour be darker than we ever imagined? In today's video, we dive deep into the chilling allegations against Diddy, accusations that could shake the entire industry to its core. What secrets is he hiding, and could other major players be implicated along the way? The events of the past few days have made Katt Williams' comments during his interview with Shannon Sharpe seem prophetic.
Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right, because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no.
While old clips of Diddy with various rappers and athletes have aged poorly.
My baby bro, we here. Tomorrow it's time. It's time. What you gonna do to that thing, man? Yeah, they better tune in. They better tune in. Let's go.
You know, we studied you since Howard days. I studied the stories that Spoon used to tell me from Howard days, and just how relentless you were. To hear that from you, you know, that there's nobody else that could tell me that where it means more, because you've seen it all, done it all. All my brothers behind me, we're trying to do the same thing, following your footsteps. You know, every night we're out here pounding the pavement, doing what we can do, and we all take care of each other. So it's like you passing the traditions and the hustle on to us. We appreciate it, man, for real.
Everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
This brings us to the central question of this video. Will other big names get caught up in this case?
Racketeering and sex trafficking. If he gets racketeering and sex trafficking for freak-offs, it will be others involved. Like if you ever ran a train with Diddy, you're probably going to jail. If you ever been butt naked anywhere with Diddy and there was some women around, or some men around, that he told you were part of the party, you're probably going to jail. If you possibly on any of those tapes, like Envy just said, that they seized from that house,
that's right,
you're probably going to jail when they start throwing that word racketeering around.
Diddy has often been compared to the Jeffrey Epstein of the music industry. Epstein, a man of great power, used his private island to traffic and exploit minors. When he was eventually convicted, it came to light that many powerful figures had visited his island. Epstein's death before he could testify raised suspicions, with many believing it was orchestrated to prevent him from exposing the elite who had been involved. Similarly, Diddy is known for throwing lavish parties attended by influential people in the music industry. If others are implicated in the crimes Diddy is accused of, they too could face exposure and legal action. It's not impossible that some major names in the industry might be called to testify as witnesses, recounting the disturbing things they've seen Diddy do. What's notable is that the current indictment focuses on one main victim, with many speculating that it's Cassie, given the overlap between this case and her previous civil lawsuit. However, this indictment is missing many of the details from Lil Rod's lawsuit, which accused Diddy of even more disturbing acts. Lil Rod, a producer who worked with Diddy on his latest album, spent months around him and claims to have witnessed organized criminal activities. In his lawsuit, he even names Lucian Grange, the CEO of Universal Music Group, as a member of Diddy's alleged criminal enterprise. If true, this could suggest these activities have permeated the music industry on a massive scale. Rod alleges that Diddy had hidden cameras in nearly every room of his home, recording powerful figures like Grange without their consent. Rod also claims Diddy possessed compromising footage of various celebrities, politicians, and athletes. These recordings, he says, were used to blackmail individuals into staying silent or compliant.
Situations, just dealing with this. It's the contract that they give me and the offer that they gave me was just disgusting. The producer fee, pennies, and on top of that, these guys are trying to steal my publishing. I can't go for that, so I'm fighting back.
While Rod's claims have yet to be verified and the lawsuit is still unresolved, he did provide pictures as evidence, including an image of actor Cuba Gooding Jr. allegedly assaulting him on a yacht. His lawsuit also made shocking claims about other artists, including Usher and MC No, though none of this has been mentioned in the current criminal case. Diddy's indictment, filed on Monday, September 16, 2024, paints a chilling picture of a man who allegedly led a criminal organization known as Combs Enterprise for over 15 years. This enterprise reportedly used Diddy's fame and influence to commit and cover up serious crimes, such as trafficking, narcotics distribution, and witness intimidation. The indictment contains 3 charges: racketeering conspiracy, including trafficking, forced labor, bribery, arson, and obstruction of justice. Diddy allegedly used his connections and a network of loyal associates to maintain his grip on power in the entertainment world, often resorting to threats and violence to keep people silent. One of the central allegations involves events known as offs, which were wild, exploitative parties organized by Diddy. Women were allegedly coerced into attending these parties, often being moved across state or international borders, controlled by Diddy through a combination of violence, manipulation, and narcotics. Diddy also allegedly recorded these gatherings to blackmail the participants, ensuring their silence. According to the indictment, Diddy's control over these women extended beyond the parties. He allegedly monitored their movements, appearances, and even medical records, using violence to enforce his control. In some cases, women were reportedly locked in rooms until they recovered from injuries. The indictment also details Diddy's alleged attempts to cover up his crimes, including instances of kidnapping, arson, and intimidation of witnesses. For example, one act of arson is said to involve Kid Cudi, whose car Diddy allegedly blew up in a jealous rage after finding out Cudi had been in communication with Cassie. Many artists have been involved in these offs. Recently, clips have resurfaced where singer Ne-Yo is being confronted by her wife that he'd be somehow caught for this.
Tell him about the freak off, Diddy Jr. Diddy Jr., tell him about the freak off. He calling the police, y'all. He calling, no, I don't give a, listen. No, you know what you did. Your body slamming on the floor. Come on, police. Tell him the real you. 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 And why we're here today. Tell him why we're here today. Shut the boy. Refuse to remove me. Why? Because the commotion. How did the commotion start? What did we talk about? What did I ask of you? All of that is irrelevant. Okay, so you calling the police like a y'all, guess what? Over what? Because he want hoes over the house while his kids is here. While you like to have hoes, drugs, and weed, alcohol, mushrooms, and prostitutes in the house while his kids are here. Everyone has asked him to stop, but he will not listen to nobody. This is what's going on. This is the tea. While the is in the house, I asked him not to bring no in the house. I even came over here to help him with these kids because he won't watch these kids. Tell him about the freak off, Diddy Jr. Diddy Jr., tell him about the freak off. Tell him about the freak off. Tell them the truth.
As well as pictures of different artists and actors hanging out with Diddy, when federal agents raided Diddy's homes earlier this year, they reportedly found narcotics, over 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant, and firearms with defaced serial numbers. The indictment accuses Diddy of running a long-standing criminal enterprise with the aim of maintaining his dominance in the music industry through illegal means.
Today I'm announcing the unsealing of a 3-count indictment, charging Sean Combs with racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking, interstate transportation for prostitution, and they seize cases and cases of the kinds of personal lubricant and baby oil that Combs' staff allegedly used to stock hotel rooms for the freak-offs, more than 1,000 bottles altogether.
Diddy has pleaded not guilty, but the charges against him could result in a maximum sentence of 25 years to life. While he awaits trial, his legal team has proposed a bond package to secure his release, including a $50 million bond backed by the equity in his Miami mansion and his mother's home. They argue that Diddy isn't a flight risk, pointing to the fact that he voluntarily handed over his passport and even began selling his private jet. However, prosecutors have argued that Diddy poses a danger to the community and the legal process, citing his history of violence, witness intimidation, and obstruction of justice. They claim that Diddy's wealth and connections make him a flight risk and that he has already attempted to tamper with witnesses. As a result, they are pushing for Diddy to remain in jail until his trial. This case is rapidly evolving, and as more information comes to light, the stakes are only getting higher for Diddy and those around him. His lawyer recently said that Americans like to buy in bulk.
Make love to me. You went fast asleep. You wouldn't even talk to me. You say I'm so crazy. Coming home intoxicated. I said just wanna love you. I just wanna love you, baby. Guess that's why I'm so elated. Come on, girl. Give it to me, baby.
I'm pretty sure it was Diddy that posted a picture of himself. I don't know where he was. Maybe it was New York, maybe it was not Miami or something, but he was on a bike and he was just riding his bike, and then 50 Cent commented, "You know he's smiling because there's no seat on that bike." 50 Cent is funny, and he's not the one.
Never forget when Diddy tiptoed to get a better whiff of Chase Buddinger's nuggets.
And that's the reason he bought the bottles of oil in a local store, and the local store came out stating they don't sell those items in such quantity. 50 Cent is reported to produce a series related to Diddy's darkest secrets. And if you want to stay updated on this unfolding scandal, hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you don't miss out on the latest updates. And let us know in the comments, do you think more major names will be dragged into this case, or is this the end of the line for Diddy?